Hi everyone, it's Emma. Today I'm doing kind of a different video. As a lot of you probably know by now, I read manga, and I read manga on a pretty regular basis. It's a regular part of my reading life that I'm usually reading a book and a manga at the same time. But I'm also pretty new to manga. I only started reading it maybe a year and a half ago, and I only started reading it on a regular basis maybe the last 8 months. And one of the most asked questions that I get on my channel, that I get messages about on Goodreads or on Instagram or tweets about, is what manga should I start with if I've never read manga before? So today I thought I would talk about 5 of my favorite manga, like my all-time top 5 favorite manga, and what it is that I love about each one. I'm not necessarily giving summaries, I'm just going to tell you guys what it is about each manga that made me love it, and why each manga was an important part in me becoming the avid manga reader that I have become today. All 5 of these are manga that I might recommend if someone is new to manga, but they're each specific for certain types of people and what you enjoy reading. These are the 5 manga. I've got Orange, A Silent Voice, Tokyo Ghoul, Death Note, and Horimiya. I'm going to go in order of when I read them so that you can kind of see what my manga journey has been like. First, I have Orange. This is separated into 2 volumes, the Complete Collection 1 and the Complete Collection 2. Orange is the series that got me into manga. It was the first series I ever finished. What pulled me in was the idea that art can be more emotional than words or than writing, than prose. These characters have been just as real and important to me as my favorite book characters, and that was really what pulled me in more than anything else, what convinced me to give manga a try. That and the fact that I cried my eyes out while reading this series. The art style of this one is very beautiful. In between each chapter there's kind of a watercolor picture of different characters. That plus the easy reading style really pulled me in and convinced me that I would like manga. Next, I have A Silent Voice. This one introduced me to how powerful it can be for manga to discuss serious topics. This is just a 7-volume series. It's complete. You can read 7 volumes and then you're done. And yet it handles topics like bullying, suicide, growing up, trying to figure out what to do with your life, and love, all while having deaf and mental illness representation. I'm biased to anything featuring sign language, but I really think that this one has some of the most emotional pages and some of the most beautiful art of all the series that I've read. Then I've got Tokyo Ghoul. This one is obviously different from the others because it is a horror manga. It was the first manga that I'd read that was decently disturbing and creepy. So reading this one allowed me to experience that, to enjoy that, but not be creeped out, because for some reason in a manga it's less disturbing. This one also stands out because there are bloody, gory things happening, and yet it doesn't rely on that for the excitement. I feel so much for these characters. The main character is one of my most beloved manga characters. Between the violence and the blood, there's a character development happening that is just brilliant and so interesting. The art style only adds to the beauty of this one, because although it is violent and there's some intense stuff going on, the art style is still super beautiful. The covers are some of my favorite of all of manga that I've read. Then I have Death Note. This one is similar to Tokyo Ghoul in that it's darker than some of my other favorites, but what I love about Death Note is how smart it is. The characters are constantly surprising me, the plot is constantly surprising me. I've only read 3 volumes of this manga so far, and I still consider it to be a favorite, an all-time favorite. Each volume has moved the plot forward so much, yet it isn't confusing or vague or too fast-paced. The writing and the characters are so super smart that it's able to accomplish a lot in each chapter. All the characters really make me want to know more about them. It's full of interesting anti-heroes. Everyone's a little morally gray. It makes me think about things the way that a smartly written book would. And the last manga I'm going to talk about is my current favorite, Horimiya. This one reminds me that life is not about appearing perfect or about cultivating an image, because people see through that anyways, and the friends who do see who you are the ones that are worth keeping. It also portrays this really nice friendship that naturally moves into a romantic relationship, and the sweetness of knowing a side to someone that no one else knows. The characters in these ones have insecurities from things they've been through in the past, and you get to see them working through that stuff to make new friends friends, to make connections with people. Plus, it just makes me fangirl a lot. Alright, that is it for my top 5 favorite manga, the ones that have made me into the manga lover that I am today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful for some of you who are interested in manga. I hope you have a lovely day or night or afternoon wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video.